All right. You good now? You ready, Hollywood? No, I don't call you Hollywood. Elijah calls you Hollywood.
Yeah, please don't.
I call him Hollywood.
I don't know if I got service in here or not.
Nah, bro. We knock out service so people won't be wasting my time be on Instagram.
This is after. This is after the setup.
Right. What's up, y'all?
Oh, you're live. I thought I was going to see it. My bad. I thought I was going to see it up here.
Nah, you ain't gonna see it.
Dang.
It's in my screen.
Dang.
What you need to see it for?
Dang.
You need to look at yourself?
Sometimes I don't
Hollywood. Never mind. That is you. Hollywood got to see himself. You need a mirror. What's up, y'all? And welcome to Respect the Call. I'm your host, Nico, and I'm with Coach Keas.
Coach Keas, a.k.a. Official Combo God, a.k.a. This Is Nothing Was Handed. Yo, shout out Jersey Nation. This is going to be one of our sponsors. I'm about to hit up Shaq, Jersey Nation. We're going to be rocking the best jerseys out here. So we're going to be Carmelo'd out.
We'll see.
For real.
All right. I want to rock that jersey. One of my favorite ones. It's the only one that I think that I was never going to get. So it'd be kind of cool. But, yeah. So we here. Another episode. I think this is episode 11.
Yep.
Our last episode, we had little predictions of the finals. We had talked about Chris Paul's role on the Suns and everything. On the Suns.
Just kind of blended that together.
All the Suns. And now, when we're recording, is 2 games have gone by, and the Suns are looking nice. Even though my prediction was them being 2-1.
Yeah, you did.
Bucks
you gave
ahead.
You gave the Bucks. You did.
I thought they were gonna pull it out. I mean, just
I knew it wasn't, but just it's predictions.
Yeah. It's cool. I didn't.
You can't be right all the time, except me. Well, my last name is right. So
well,
Mr.
Yeah, I get the joke was a little bit more like meta.
World peace.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you ain't watching this on the video version, you need to, because I put some time and a little work into the setup.
Definitely.
But I just go watch it on the YouTube channel and Respect the Call and enjoy it the same way. But if you want to listen to the audio version, be my guest. I appreciate it. Give us all that 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, because definitely help out the podcast. So we're gonna be talking about what?
Suns winning game 2.
Mm-hmm.
How do they look? Because it wasn't a really convincing win.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to see how the Bucks regroup going back home. Like that swing of playing really well on the road. Giannis dropping, I think he had 42 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little scary because he's on one knee.
Yeah.
And with them going back home, that's a lot of momentum. It's good things that they could take from that game too.
Yeah.
A lot of good things. And the funny thing is the Suns scored if I'm not mistaken, they scored the exact same points in both games.
Yeah. I think so.
So
if not, it was
like
very
118 to 105 first game. Even though the first game was like kind of like a blowout a little bit. And the second game 118 to 108.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and the thing is the reason why it don't seem as scary, just because like game 2 especially, seeing Giannis do his thing and doing his work, that team wasn't there with him.
Right. Nobody. I mean, Middleton was 7 for 21, which was weird because he's been going off lately.
Yeah, but I think...
Actually, no, my bad. That was Drew Holiday, I believe. That was 7 for 20.
Yeah. I think
Drew Holiday. Middleton is doing his thing.
Yeah. But I think it's the simple fact that, like... Okay. So, the issue is Giannis can do whatever he wants, right? It's obvious that can happen. But Suns, their coaching, that staff has figured out what they're good at. Right. And the Bucks are not capitalizing on what they're good at.
Not at all.
Because we always do the thing of size. where like they got size over them. They should be doing this. They should be doing that. But I think, and I think around this era, I'm kind of like pandering in a way, but in this era, like when Curry and them, where it was like, you can't win off threes, you can't do. When you have a good team, you have a good team.
Just like they say.
Well, my bad, because I could use good and great a little interchangeably. Yeah. But if you Suns is a great team, and I'm saying that because of what they've shown.
Right.
They have shown that they are a better team, and they are the better team in this finals.
By far.
I
mean, you go into a team that only lost 3 games this whole playoffs.
Yes.
You know, like it's self-explanatory. Like the Suns is a better team. Like I said, I'm standing strong on 5.
Yeah. Definitely.
They're just a better team, man.
And then like it just shows you that, first of all, size don't matter. And it doesn't matter who you have on your team, and this is why I think LeBron gets who he tries to get, because he knows it don't matter if I score 40-something points.
It don't.
I'm not going to win if my team ain't scoring.
You need a strong supporting cast, and that's why it goes into the next topic of the X factor for the Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 20. He had 27.
Yeah.
This dude. Yeah, he and another funny fact about it, they said when Miles Bridges scores double figures, it don't matter if it's 10 points. They're 11-1 this postseason. So just to see his impact, and he's older than Devin Booker. I didn't know.
Right.
I think he stayed a little longer in college, but he's older than Devin Booker, I believe, or something. But this is like, wow, you know, for that young man to be able to play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And score at a high clip like that. Like every time he shoots, I'm just thinking like it's going in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
I like Miles Bridges' game a lot.
And I think all that's gonna do is just show that, you know. Okay, first of all, Suns got more of a longevity situation going on here, and I don't know. Did Giannis like recently sign?
I cannot remember what his contract was, if he re-signed or not. I think he did get the max.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Because I think that's my whole dilemma of like, what is he going to do after all of this? About like, what is he going to do with all of this? And I don't know. Because it just feels like this should be a sign that maybe they're not the team you thought they were going to be, and maybe the front office need to do a lot of work. Because I think they just had a dilemma of re-signing him. I think he still only has like a year or 2 left.
Giannis?
I think it's something like that.
If he does, I mean, that's a lot of heat on the Bucks.
But I think it was like maybe a couple months ago or like a year ago, we were talking about him re-signing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, but it's going to definitely be an Anthony Davis situation. He's going to try to get out.
Yeah. And honestly, I like when players do that. Like they scrutinize LeBron, but at the end of the day, who wants to play and score all these points and you still lose? You're playing on one leg.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing all this playing through adversity and your team just is not strong enough.
Right.
It's just not. It's not like it's bad players, it's just not strong enough.
Yeah.
And what do you have to do? Hold yourself back because they're not doing their job bringing the right pieces in. So you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. I don't agree with super teams. I don't think that's good. But, like, him teaming up, like, if it was him and Lillard, like Dame, oh, my gosh. Like, how would that even look?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I just don't want to see an all-star game during the season. Like, nobody wants to see an all-star game for 82 games straight.
Right.
And then some of these markets, you keep doing that, they're going to fold anyway. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I just think Giannis, you know, he has to just push. He has to do what he got to do, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to try your best. You're in the finals. You just got to leave everything out at this point. Like, try to go for 80. Why not?
But, I mean, we just obviously saw that it don't matter.
It don't.
Because if he ain't got nobody scoring and they getting scored on,
And I feel like their defense is not bad. It's just certain moments the Suns are too much.
It's almost like, I mean, definitely they just don't know how to adjust.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They don't know how to adjust. That's why I said the Suns do a really good job of adjusting, because even when the Bucks make a run, the Suns is still able to, like, they're able to read that and understand, like, okay, we need to take this away. Giannis had 42. You're not going to stop an all-star, two-time MVP. You're not going to stop him. But everybody else around him forced them to be that guy that they're not.
Definitely.
So you're putting, like, Drew Holiday in situations where, and no disrespect, but he's a good player, but he's not a go-to. Chris Middleton has actually surprised me. The way he's been playing,
yeah.
I did not know he had that in him. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I was kind of shocked. Like, what?
Yeah, and that is I don't know, and just how things are going now, I can definitely just think Suns should be able to take this.
Right.
But things do happen. We start to get random blunders in people's in lineup, but their biggest issue is just they don't know how to adjust. And that's the sad part.
That's the sad part.
They just don't know how to adjust.
They just don't.
It feels so stupid.
It's so hard, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Oh, that was another topic, but we can save this for the next episode.
Okay.
But I did Olympics. We'll tell you guys about the Olympics and the reasoning on why I feel like they're not better than the Redeem team. I don't know why people keep thinking this is going to be better than 2008.
Yeah.
No.
Why are we still doing this? Who's better? Dream team.
It really doesn't matter. Like, as long as they win gold.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. We got a problem as a society, man. We gotta compete and just scrutinize everything.
That definitely makes things interesting, though, like competitiveness. But it's just there's something to that just being the point, or something that the topic of conversation. But I guess what else do you talk about when it comes to Olympics?
Right.
So there's a lot into that, but I just get annoyed of seeing some, like, I guess it's weird because sometimes I get annoyed that I see like good players going into the basketball or USA stuff, but I be thinking like it seems better for like the young ones to, have to let that be
like a Jason Tatum, them guys,
something like that. Like gives them some more reps and get them to be able to elevate their game. But granted, that does make sometimes the Olympics sorry, because I think we did that one year when it was like Drummond. Well, I don't know, but it was a lot of those guys like a DeRozan, and I mean these guys are good, but the fact that it just didn't, it made a lackluster Olympics. And I just was like, well, is that something that we need to be worried about or whatever? But I don't know. Basketball is basketball, and I enjoy it no matter what. So
that's just what it is. Now, I don't know how you feel about it, but if the Suns win the finals, I got two observations. Who do you think will win the MVP of the finals? Is it Chris Paul or Devin Booker?
What's Devin Booker's stats?
Dude.
Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those Andre Iguodala situations. You seem to highlight a person, and then it's just like, oh,
right.
Were they the reason? But they did do something. But I'm not going to say that they should have been MVP. But I think we're going to give it to Chris Paul because it seems like, what do they call it? I mean, lack of a better example of when the prom queen or the prom king and queen are just the popular kids.
Right.
And it's just
and
like,
they just get it just because.
Yeah. Do they really deserve it? I guess. But I think you could make an argument, though, that Chris Paul is the most deserving person to win the MVP.
Right.
But they play such like a unit
that you can't really decipher.
Yeah.
Like, they need each other.
That, and also you would say that maybe things would be different if Chris Paul wasn't there.
Oh, for sure.
So,
Sure.
with that in mind, I can get why they would use Chris Paul or give it to Chris Paul. Because I think what finals was that? Has Curry won an MVP, Finals MVP?
You said what?
Has Curry won in Finals MVP? It was KD twice, and then it was Andre Iguodala.
Yep.
So, but I don't know. I feel like he's Devin Booker in this situation. But without him, it would be a different Finals. But yet, KD's here,
right?
So,
and that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I feel like I don't know. Like, how are you? It's two ways to look at it. Like, without Steph, they wouldn't even been in the finals type of thing. But then it's like, is he folding in the finals? And then now you got to find somebody else. Like, how do you? I don't know. How do you go about that? To me, I want Chris Paul to win the Finals MVP and get his ring.
Yeah,
I mean, want that.
He definitely.
I just know how politics are. I know how Chris Paul. Oh no, this is for for him, and this is his legacy. I don't want him doing none of that. I want him to take what he deserves.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely deserves it. I would say that.
Right.
He definitely deserves the MVP. And I wouldn't even fight against it.
Right. No, you can't.
Because it makes sense.
Now, I will say this, though. On the second part.
Mm-hmm.
If the Suns win, does that make Devin Booker the greatest Phoenix Suns player of all time to bring them a championship? Now, you got Charles Barkley, you got Steve Nash, Amari, all them guys in that era. Does he surpass them with winning a ring?
So, this is my issue with those topics. Are we saying that just because Devin Booker helped his team win,
he did something that he was supposed to do,
he's deserving as this greatest? And I think a lot of times, just like what we do with LeBron, we can't recognize greatness until it's over. Now, I say that to say I know how great LeBron is now, and I think everybody does. But there's a lot of times where you have a hard time seeing it until they're done. So
I agree with that.
Yeah, like,
because LeBron definitely has done a lot of great things in the game, but he gets scrutinized because his game style.
Yeah.
And how he moves, as far as like people thinking he needs a super team. LeBron don't need a super team. I won't say that because he's that good.
Right.
I seen what he was able to do, but I just don't want that stamp of like, I don't want to hold players back either. I feel like this is his time to get his shine. So let Devin Booker, I feel like, me personally, I feel like Devin Booker, if he stays with the Suns, he wins his finals, and he stays with the Suns, and he continues to do what he's doing, he's going to be the greatest Phoenix Suns. I mean, surpass Charles Barkley. Because he's already in the same numbers. Like, he had 35-5 4 times this postseason. I think Charles Barkley is the only player to have one more game to do that. So it's like he's doing everything individually. Now he's coming together. He got the right pieces. Now he's about to win the championship. So if he wins it, it's like, where do you put him? I'm putting him at the top. I still like Steve Nash. I still like that Phoenix Suns team that knocked out my Lakers all the time. But at the end of the day, I like Devin Booker being the number one guy.
It's just definitely hard to use that as like a big. I don't know because so Devin Booker plays 2 guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say he's better than D Wade
right now?
Yes.
Not right now.
I'm not
going to be disrespectful like that.
Right. Can you put him in the top 10 2 guards
of all time?
Of all time. Is he even better than Klay Thompson?
Yes.
I would give you in some regards.
Devin Booker is better than Klay Thompson. I said it here live on the pod. He's better than Klay Thompson.
I think you would say. I think the argument must be because he's more dynamic than Klay.
Way more dynamic.
And I get that.
Because he can shoot, but he can dribble.
It's hard for me to say he's the greatest Phoenix Suns player because he got a championship.
But he was a big part of it. See, if he was a Miles Bridges or my bad, hey, no disrespect to Jay Crowder, but if he was a Jay Crowder, then of course no. Andre Iguodala, same thing. Like you were a main part of it, but just like him winning the Finals MVP, like I wouldn't even say he's nowhere near better than Steph Curry. We all know that. So I feel like it's the same thing in this situation. Like he's not that low of a player. Like he's a high profile player. So I don't want to treat him as, well, you still got more to do. Like we know that, but he brought the city a ring. Like granted, he has Chris Paul, but it's still the simple fact that he's holding his own. He's still producing. Like I said, he had 35 and 5 the other night. Like he's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's been carrying them this whole playoff, stretch. So it's like it's not like he's not doing anything, and Chris Paul doing all the work. So I'm giving it to him. I think I'm a little biased because his favorite player Kobe, but I want him to be legendary. What Kobe tell him, be legendary. So that's what I want.
I think I simply just have a hard time because he got drafted in 2015.
Devin Booker, right? Yeah, so he's fairly new. But that's 6 years in the league now. That's around the time when you really start making a name. Kobe, 6 years. He drafted 96. Mm-hmm. By the time 2002, he was already almost, I think, 3 rings in. Granted, he had Shaq. He didn't do it by himself, but he averaging 30 points in the postseason. Like, he's putting up crazy numbers, so you give him that stamp. At that time, we wasn't giving him the greatest Laker, but it was already in talks. Then when Shaq left, it really was like, yeah, Kobe might be the greatest Laker of all time.
I guess my issue is, can I make that statement?
My bad, y'all. I'm on live.
I can't make that statement now, but I know it's going to be a thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that that's the destination, but can I make that staple now? No.
Okay. He got drafted 2015, right? Mm-hmm. If the Suns make this trade for Chris Paul, all of that good stuff, and it's 2017, and this is happening, I don't care. I can't give it to him. But because he has done so much, I'm talking about he stayed with the same team being so trash, winning 15 games out the season, 20 games. And you see his progression. You seen what he did in the bubble before Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. Or where's Chris Paul there? I can't remember.
Not in the bubble.
Right, he was in the bubble. So, yeah, he wasn't.
No.
So
but he's like, been there for 2 years. 2 seasons?
That's what's messing me up. A lot of this basketball right now messing me up because it's 2 seasons or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like he's already proven himself as a player. Mm-hmm. Like nobody's doubting that. But now just to get a championship, like that's the highest of the high.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that from him, man. I really don't.
And then granted, I would also say that I'm forgetting the other time the fact when we was in conversation of who's gonna come out the West. Mm-hmm. The Suns were still in that conversation without Chris Paul. And that's because of Devin Booker. So that's my issue. It's like I'm not denying that he's a good player and he's going to be a great player. But to give him the title feels premature. It just feels premature. Because not to say he ain't done enough, but it just feels, it's like it feels like we're throwing around GOAT, Yeah. It feels like we're losing that essence of putting that title on someone.
So if the Suns don't win another championship for the next 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. Listen to me. This is what I'm saying. I think he's definitely going to get that title. But to give it to him now seems premature.
I don't know.
It's just weird. I don't know. Like, what do you rank Kyrie?
And what?
As a point guard. Is he is he the greatest point guard in our league?
No, by far not the greatest.
But why is he not?
Because he hasn't made a stamp where he was that focal point. Like when he played with LeBron. Yeah. Everybody know that situation. He held his own.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of the things like you're watching what's going on. Everybody know LeBron took most of that weight.
Yes.
And Kyrie being who he is, it didn't mesh right for him to get to that point to say I'm the greatest point guard of all time because he didn't bring the city he was a part of that, but he didn't bring the city.
But you can almost make the same argument.
You can, but you can't.
But is it because of who who you're comparing it with? Yeah,
because you can't.
But is that
LeBron.
Fair?
It's that's part of the game. You can't compare LeBron and Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul not doing what. But
the same impact. It's the same impact.
I don't think it's the same impact.
Without we can't see. This is hypothetical, but it seems like without a Chris Paul. And I'm saying without a Chris Paul with leadership and actual impact on the game. Like, it's not just without him. Because I think he was hurt.
Yeah, he was.
Did he sit out?
Yeah, he sat out a few games. Because you talking about recently, right?
Recently.
It was with COVID or something.
Yeah.
He was hurt. Then
and they were still doing their thing. I mean, I think it was still a little struggle.
Yeah, they swept the
they
swept the Nuggets.
But yet we didn't. So I'm saying like Devin Booker and Kyrie are good players either way. But to say that Booker is doing more, because then you could make the argument, well, the West is harder to play in. So if Devin's doing this stuff, he must be better. And the East was da-da-da. But then you also make the argument that the Cleveland, that Cavaliers team that won was not supposed to win.
At all. They were down 3-1.
Yeah. They weren't supposed to win.
It was injuries, but still.
But if you take Kyrie out of that scenario, I don't think that they win. Because we just made that other point about LeBron scoring 40-something points. It don't matter. Because if you ain't got somebody else scoring 40-something points, y'all ain't going to win.
I agree.
And I think that's why I don't understand.
But then it goes back to, I gave Devin Booker the greatest Phoenix Sun.
Yes.
So, and for Kyrie, he would be the greatest point guard to ever play in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform.
Yeah.
But just in general, like I don't have Devin Booker in my top 10 of all time shooting guards. You know.
Yeah.
I did say that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying. I'm trying not to tailor this conversation to the greatest player conversation. Yeah. I'm saying like when it comes down to when it comes down to giving someone the title as the best player that has ever played for an organization, because you
No, I just have some people on live say he hasn't made a mark without KD and Bron. That's why, like, it's one of them things. Like, he hasn't made his mark, but I still give him respect. Kyrie is my favorite point guard. Yeah. He's my favorite point guard of all time besides AI.
Yes.
So I compare him and Devin Booker. It's just Devin Booker impact is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Like
and that's why I said it goes back, because you can't win by yourself.
No.
And then now you compare like a LeBron and Chris Paul. Both IQs are crazy, but if you put Devin Booker and LeBron on the Suns, and then you put Chris Paul and Kyrie, now that'd be stupid because it's two guards. But just as prime example, it's just Devin Booker's doing it with Chris Paul now. So if you put Chris Paul and Kyrie, you think that could work? I love Kyrie, but it's not working.
Well, now you have a position conflict. You're not really saying,
but Chris Paul and Devin Booker doing it now.
Well, not really, because Devin plays like a 2. He can play like Kyrie, a 1, but he plays like a 2.
But Kyrie's playing a 2.
Okay, so say like Curry, you can't get Curry and Kyrie together. But is Devin Booker and Curry weird? No, that's not weird. Because they can actually bounce off of each other that way. You could put Devin Booker and Klay Thompson together, and it's not weird.
Yeah, because he's a pure shooter.
Yeah,
Klay Thompson.
Because but that's what that balance. Chris, he's a point guard that can shoot and that can chick you up. But Devin Booker is not he's not a stationary like guard where either he only dribbling or he's only shooting. He can do both. So he's a freaking pure guard in that sense.
But James Harden is playing point when he came, and Kyrie was playing the 2.
James plays point.
That wasn't even good. James Harden playing point guard is different. He's different.
It's just different.
He's a different point guard.
It's the same situation as LeBron, where LeBron can have a point guard on his team, but is he gonna play like a point guard? No,
probably not.
Your butt better be able to shoot because you ain't coming up the court with that ball, or there must be some play that's about to happen that you got the ball in your hand.
Right.
Because like when you think about when he was with Mario Chalmers, how many times did you see him with the ball in his hand? It's almost like, why are you on the court? You might as well just put 2 guards up and then just have LeBron. Now, I'm not saying that's a good scheme at all, but I'm just saying it can happen and it's not weird. Right. We're so used to the 1s to 5s, so we like, there got to be a point guard on the court. There got to be this on the court. Right. I mean, LeBron could have been the person that actually changed all that stuff up and been like, I got two guards on the court.
See, but that's what I said. His impact is different. LeBron, and look, I'm not a LeBron fan. Okay. I'm a basketball fan, but I know basketball, and I know when great basketball being played, and LeBron is great. Like, he's that great to the point where it don't matter who you give him. Just give him some type of supporting cast, and he's going to win. Now, I don't know, because I feel like now age and stuff like that, but like I said, you put LeBron and Devin Booker together. I'm talking about they already look like this with Chris Paul, but with LeBron. So it all boils back down to they win this finals, and then Phoenix is not like a huge market. That's another thing. Like, there wasn't a lot of greats to come out of Phoenix. Like,
yes.
The main ones was the main one, really. Charles Barkley never won, but he played against the greatest shooting guard of all time. Then you got Steve Nash, but they could never get past the conference finals, I believe. They never even been to, like, in that era with Steve Nash, they didn't even go to the finals. They struggled. They beat them. Like I said, they beat my Lakers. Because Kobe had no help. And then they get to this team. It was either San Antonio or Dallas one year. And they couldn't beat them. I think it was Dallas one year because Dallas played Miami in the finals 2006. Yup. 2006. So they beat the I want to say that's when Kobe went up 3-1. He scored 81 all that whole season. And they ended up beating them 4-3. Kobe was up 3-1. So that still bothers me because I feel like Kobe won that series, like, maybe not finals, but yeah. But it's all good. I can't give it to them because they didn't get the job done. Right. And you had 2 pieces: Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion.
Yeah.
I can't remember that roster, but they were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
So I guess this to figure out where your headspace at. So you're saying right now, 2 games in the NBA Finals, Devin Booker is one of the best Phoenix Suns players.
If he won this finals,
I want to know without that. 2 games
without that, he's one of the best for sure.
He's one of the best.
Yeah,
okay.
Top.
But if he wins the finals,
he's the best.
He's the best.
He's the best.
I can't really argue against that. To be honest with you, I just think I can't say it.
That's like Anthony Davis just won with the Lakers.
Yeah.
He is no way, no form of shape. I don't care what you put. One of the he's not the best Laker big to ever do it.
No.
You see that? Because they have more players to come out of that franchise that really had an impact. Like Anthony Davis had an impact, but you still got Kareem. You got Shaq. Like, you got these other guys. Even some of them teams, like, some of them players I got to put above them. Like, he's probably top 4, top 5, but I can never put him above Shaq or Kareem. Ever. Yeah. So if the Suns had players like that, I wouldn't put them But there's no players like that really. Like Utah, if Utah wins the finals with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert is trash.
Why do you?
And he's trash.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Rudy Gobert. Yeah, Gobert.
I thought it was Gobert for this whole time.
It might be Gobert. I don't know.
Gobert.
I see that T. It might be silent.
I don't know. I think he's.
But if Donovan Mitchell wins a finals, it's just in the talks. Like, is he the greatest Jazz player to ever suit up? And then you still got Karl Malone, and that's why I said it's more that he has to do after. But bringing that to the city is big, like especially in the West, especially right now. I thought they was gonna pull it out, but
Like I said, I can't argue against you because I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's just weird to just be like, I mean, it don't really seem that premature. It just feels like putting something on his shoulders after a current event.
Right.
He wins, yes. He's definitely in the conversation. I guess I'm still thinking, like, is he worthy of the title holder? But he's a good player. So that's the thing. I'm not denying he's a good player. And I'm going to say it later. But is it because, they're on this path to a dub, and I am not going to be one of those people that diminish the win because the Bucks were tired. They had to play all these games, and Giannis had no help because if Giannis we're playing the what if game. Yeah, of course,
it's too many what ifs.
If Giannis had LeBron and Anthony Davis, they ain't gonna lose.
Exactly.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. You put LeBron on that, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I ain't trying to make all these scenarios. So I'm trying to give it at face value, which makes it a little hard because it just feels like it's premature. But then I guess without Chris Paul, well, how about this? If without, and it's still the what if game, but without Chris Paul, do you think they get here?
No. I'm not gonna lie. No.
So what's impact to you?
What do you mean?
What's impact?
Like, no player could do it by themselves. That's what
No. And I think I'm not trying to go that route. I'm not trying to go that route. Like, I'm trying to see, where do you value Booker's impact? Like, how much impact does he really have?
He has a lot.
Like,
he's the reason why Chris Paul went there.
Right. It's this weird balance act. I guess
that's why I said it's weird. That's why it's the only way you can really compare them is like if you do put LeBron on this team and take Chris Paul off, but it's like Chris Paul is there because of Devin Booker, and he said it out of his mouth. I think he's in the interview. He said he said this light skinned dude is the reason why I'm here. Like, without him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even, because there's nothing to build on. Chris Paul would have just went to another OKC.
Yeah.
And we seen what Chris Paul did with that. So that impact.
See, what Chris had that impact.
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't know where to go with that. So I'm going to say yes. I think Devin Booker is, after this win.
I'm not going to put Chris Paul because I feel like Chris Paul is going to leave. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to leave. You think he's going to retire his son? That's a good question.
I don't see why.
16 years of the NBA. You want to move again? Wow.
Wow. I don't think that Chris Paul doesn't come off to me as I'm going to retire after one win. And that's only based on all the little videos that have been showing lately, like on SportsCenter or whatever. They have been like, they show all these old interviews of like him talk about winning and he wants to win. He needs a chip and da-da-da. He doesn't come off to me as I won one, I'm retiring. So with that in mind, I can see him retiring as a Sun. You know what? No. You know what? No. I can see him retiring. Actually, I don't see him retiring as a Sun. I can actually see him retiring as a Hornet.
That's what I said. I think
because I can see him play like a veteran presence and let LaMelo, learn him a little bit. But I don't also see that happening.
I think we talked about this though because we said he signed with Jordan Brand too.
Yeah,
and Jordan, and I feel like that's where he would end up because it's picture perfect. You got the new star coming above with LaMelo.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jordan being the owner, and Chris Paul being who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's gonna retire as a Sun.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
No, but I would say that he would do one more year. He would do one more year with the Suns, see how that goes, and then leave and retire with the Hornets. It is weird to think that he's in his 16th season.
It's crazy because he don't look like it. He still look.
Wait, what season is LeBron's in? So we're gonna say 2 years.
LeBron's.
So he's in his
17th or 18th, yeah.
Okay, because he got drafted 2 years after. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. It seems like Chris has been in the league longer than LeBron. Just based on what we've seen. I guess because we were seeing LeBron in the finals so many times. Oh, speaking of that, I remember I saw a post that was like, remember when y'all was saying that the finals is boring? Because it was like Golden State and Cleveland, and I think Golden State was like killing Cleveland like the first 2 games or whatever. It's like it's looking the same, but nobody's talking about how boring it is.
Right. It's like,
But I guess I'm tired of seeing the same team 5-6 years in a row. But I guess
I know I was. It got to a point where I'm like, all right, we get it.
And I guess I couldn't say that the games wasn't interesting.
Yeah, the games were interesting. That's why the move KD did, I feel like helped because it made it more interesting. And is he going to get his first ring? Things of that nature. Now it hurt him in the back end because now it looked like he can't win without joining forces.
Right.
Which is funny because that's what LeBron did.
If I had the pull, I'm gonna make my team. It's not my fault.
That's what I said.
Now, granted, people like, because I would bet you anybody that is talking about LeBron makes his teams or whatever will not win by themselves.
At all.
And whatever that means by yourself, like waiting for the front office to make moves or you taking what you got and whatever. Y'all not Toronto that would just randomly get a good player and y'all just so happen to work that year. That chance is not high.
Not high at all.
I get the frustration, but I just don't understand the energy because you also put it against him when he don't make it. You're like, see what happens? You get all them players and they don't even work. What's the give? There's no give there. So, all in all, LeBron, do what you need to do. Go ahead and hit up your boy Melo because I need him to get a ring or something. I just want to celebrate. I can't celebrate with my home team. I can't celebrate with my favorite players. So
I told you about your home team.
About the Hawks? When? Oh yeah, you did last episode. Don't be referring back to last episode. Y'all go watch last episode.
Go watch the last episode, man. I'm a believer in the Hawks now.
You now? Why now?
Because they shocked me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a believer to a certain extent. They gotta make some moves this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gotta make some moves, but I'm a believer, man.
What do you think? Are we done with the other stuff?
I think so.
Okay. So all in all, Devin Booker is probably going to be one of the best.
Yeah.
I'm still saying probably because it's just weird. Still feels
he's going to be the
premature.
best. He's going to be the best Suns to ever suit up.
What about Chris Paul?
That's what I said.
So you just say Chris Paul was the best Sun player that's ever suited up?
I don't know because of Chris Paul. That's why I said is Chris Paul going to retire there because of LeBron. LeBron's going to retire.
Oh,
later.
So you based it on retirement?
Yeah, Booker ain't going nowhere.
So KD's not the best OKC player.
Oh, he is the best OKC. until somebody else comes. Like if it was another player that came and took that team to the finals and won, like let's say
I'm just saying I only said that because it sounded like you based it on retirement.
No. Like it not. Because if let me see, if Anthony Edwards would have went to OKC instead of Minnesota and they built some pieces around him, but he's still the main part and they win the finals in OKC, he would be the best OKC player. Especially when you start comparing, like, okay, Anthony Edwards is 6'6", he could do this, and that. Oh, well, now it gets, I mean, shoot. He don't shoot better than KD, but shoot, LeBron don't shoot better than KD. But they still put LeBron over KD. Why? Because the impact of what he does on the game. So that's why I said it is officially. LeBron don't do nothing really good. He just do like he's not great at nothing. He can't dribble the ball. He has no moves. He can't really shoot. But it's just his impact, his IQ. Like, he's so good at what he does. He's perfected his game. So now you have to put him up there because they're going off credentials. They're going off, well, he's winning. When you win a lot, it's something you're doing. So it don't even matter how you're doing it. But, yeah, Booker's going to retire as a Sun. For sure. Chris Paul, nah.
So you don't. All right.
No. Bring it up.
I was about to say, so you don't see a scenario where Devin Booker leaves?
Nah, I don't see. It's 6 years in. They're gonna come back with the same team. If Chris Paul doesn't leave, then it's like, all right, why move Booker? Why move anybody?
I don't know. I feel like this feels like a Toronto situation.
You feel like Chris Paul will leave, right? I feel like that. I really do.
I don't feel like he leaves after this season.
It might be the next one when they don't win.
Yes.
Because I don't see them winning.
I see him leaving
back.
next win.
Yeah.
I mean next win. Next season.
Next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, I definitely see him leaving. But I do think he'll give them another year. I know the whole talks has been like they want a bigger extension. It doesn't seem justified in a sense because you're still an older player. Do you really have 3 or 4 years in you?
Chris Paul?
Yeah. He's
the way he plays, like the way he's playing right now, he can. But what's gonna hurt him is the injuries.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing him get hurt on some old man stuff, on just backpedaling and back on defense.
And if it's based on that, I definitely see him leaving this year.
And that's why I said it.
Or retiring this year.
Yeah, I don't see him winning back to back. So it's like, where do you stand? Like, Chris Paul, can you uphold another season?
Yeah, because
can you do this? Can you do this again? Because if you can't, we need to move you because you play really good. We might be able to get something for you.
Yeah.
So we need to move you before you replay again, and then you really suck, and then you hurt. Now we stuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't want to see that.
No, I don't think anybody.
LeBron is not the greatest Laker either. I meant to say that earlier because he's going to retire a Laker, but he's not the greatest. We all know who the greatest Laker is.
Well,
Mamba mentality.
Yeah, I definitely can see. I definitely see that not be the case because Kobe, you for LeBron to be the best Laker over Kobe, he would have to get 6. And I'm not including the ones he got.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say he would have to. Yeah, he would have to bring 6 to the city. Like
he would
6
have to
to
bring
that city.
6.
And then I give it to him. Like, you know what? Yeah,
like without a doubt, he has to be 6 because no, and that's fine.
How many he got now? 4.
4. Yeah. Well,
no, it's 4.
Yeah, 2 with Heat, 1 with Cleveland, 1 with Lakers. Yeah.
If he would have won this year, it would have been 5.
I mean, he had every opportunity.
They did.
It feels like he had 17 years of opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's been in the finals. He had opportunity. Like for some players, like, man, we didn't even get there. If you let us get there, it's a whole nother mentality. They might do some incredible things they never thought about.
Right.
We get to that moment, it's like you getting a job opportunity at ESPN. You gonna fold when you get to ESPN, or you gonna fold before you even get there?
I'm talking straight to the freaking camera here.
There we go.
ESPN. If you hit me up now, I don't consider myself as a talk radio guy or or whatever. But I have been told that I have a radio voice and I can have a little radio presence. But ESPN, if you hire me and you send me the right checks, I mean, you send me the right checks, I'm telling you, I will promise you that this will be the best programming possible. Because all I need is the reps. And it'll get to a point where you ain't gotta throw Stephen A on every little program. Now, I ain't the animated whatever person, but I'm gonna try to make your product the best. And you part of Disney, so that definitely will be some cool connects, because then I can get into a Marvel movie or something, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, ESPN.
No, I feel you.
Hit your boy up. Just call me Nico on Instagram.
I feel you. I mean, that's just like my situation. If an NBA team, it don't even matter what NBA team, you call me, I'm ready right now.
Right.
I'm ready right now. Straight face.
What team you think you'd be the best on?
If they want me to be like a skill development,
yeah.
I mean,
you mean like work behind the scenes?
Yeah, like I want to be the trainer, like a skill development trainer. I don't want to play.
You don't want to play?
No, I'm done.
I'll play.
I'm done playing.
Yo, we need
you
to talk.
say that until like I struggle now.
That's what I said. I need to talk to y'all physical therapists and all y'all sports people. Like, we need to get some stuff going.
Yeah.
Get me in them little chambers and pools and whatever.
Because trying to play a back-to-back, I can't even play pickup 2 days in a row.
Who you telling?
Pickup. So if I'm playing an NBA, yeah, that's it.
Just give me a 10-day contract.
Yeah, I'll take a 10-day.
I'll play.
But,
I'll
yeah,
play.
if I could be a skill development trainer where they want, hey, we want to enhance our ball handling, just learn new, I would really want to specify, be more specific in the players, that need ball handling. So, of course, like Trae Young, those young players, Cam Reddish, and I would want to stay in Atlanta since I'm in Atlanta already.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let me work with them. Let me add some stuff to their bag. Let me show them certain angles that they, may not know already. So, I would want to do something like that for sure.
Yeah.
But it goes back to I'm not in that situation right now, so I'm grinding so hard. I'm not making the finals. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making the finals. I'm just in the playoffs, and I'm just working. And I got success, but I'm just working. But at the end of the day, that's the big picture. So if you give somebody that opportunity, like LeBron's been in that opportunity, I'm going to win every time. I'm not losing. That's where I'm like, you got to get more championships. You've been there your whole career.
She said, I'm winning
every time. I'm winning every time.
That's good, man. Stay with the confidence, because if not, who will?
Who will? I just talked to my manager last night about that too. I was like, bro, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm not nervous.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That
It's
does
not
annoy
rocket
me.
Science. I'm not nervous.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
stop
I do this every day.
Yeah, you start to think that the reason why you can't do it is because you're
not ready.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. When I first started training, when I look at it now, wow, I wasn't. If somebody would have told me hey, we need you to train this WNBA player. If the WNBA player I just worked with would have hit me 4 years ago, maybe 5. I probably would have.
You would have been putting it somewhere else.
I would
direct you over here.
You might want to talk. I would have did it, but I don't know if it would have been a good workout.
Yeah,
I really feel like it would have been Actually, let me rephrase that. It would have been a good workout, but there's a lot of things I learned on how to structure my workouts to make it make sense to really see improvement faster, rather than we just working on everything in one workout.
Right.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Bada boom, bada bang. Sing.
That was a flagrant too. That was a flagrant.
Oh, yes. Sid, interesting. I'm learning calls every freaking game. I'm like, I guess because he's a big body. You're talking about when Brooke Lopez stepped up and contested. Chris Paul shot at the 3, and he got a fragrant foul off of that. So. I was saying something right before I said, "Are we done with the Suns thing?" We ain't gonna be able to rewind that much time, huh? Well, see, this would be good if we had an offset person to be like,
Right,
what was we saying before?
Be like,
Yeah, okay.
have a board. The topics we talking about.
Yeah, I got my whiteboard. I could put it right here.
And just check it off.
Plaster right there.
Be like, all right, check it off. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm. We're developing.
Yeah, we're developing.
If you ain't watching the video version, I got my setup to kind of be more of a broadcasting thing. So I got a little Keas cam. I got a little Nick cam. Mine look a little better because my camera look a little better. But I got Keas talking. We just showing little clips or whatever. And then I got me. But uniformity, you know? This is the goal of life. It's just trying to be more professional looking and on a amateur level. If you didn't know JCMN Network's tagline, that's the tagline. Professional on an amateur level.
I like that.
I kind of weirdly like it.
Professional
on an amateur level.
Amateur level.
So I don't know. But that was a good episode. I think we got a lot of talk. I don't really know the topics. I didn't write none of these down, but it seemed like most of them was about is Devin Booker the future or what?
The greatest.
The greatest.
It seemed like you didn't want to say that.
No.
But it's all right.
Saying this is
the greatest.
The whole
son.
point. Devin Booker, the greatest son. And then is Chris Paul leaving?
That's a good question.
Was that what we talked about?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Sorry, y'all, but we were trying to figure this out so I know what to put down.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think we briefly talked about how the Bucks are swing going back home.
Uh-huh.
We could have dove into that a little bit more, but it was kind of one of them things.
Yeah,
like
it feels like we can both agree that.
Yeah, it's just gonna end in 5. I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah, I definitely see them get one.
And I know I said it's not like the Bucks held the Suns to 118 both games. Like, y'all didn't hold them. They beat y'all. What do you mean you held them?
Right.
And then they scored 118 points. So you going home, okay, the swing might be a tad bit different. But at the end of the day, they're going to lose in 5.
That's crazy, huh?
I got a bet on that, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm hoping they...
And it's kind of annoying because you be thinking, like, Giannis is not... You don't really deserve to be in that kind of position, but...
What you mean?
To be in a position where your team ain't working for you.
I know.
But he is young.
He is young.
So he got time.
He got time. I think he's 25, 26.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It trips me out knowing that people are
he's
my
your
age.
Yeah, he's your age.
So, and it don't help because every time...
Yeah, their bank account is crazy.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That too. And also, one day I'm going to get there. And also... people will like, mainly parents would go, you look like that NBA player. And I'm like, please tell me you're not talking about Giannis. Yeah.
Really?
Because of the hair and just the face, the little bit face structure, just a tad.
You remind me of Will Smith sometimes.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. No. No, I only got that early when I was younger because that was kind of how my mannerism was, like how he was in Fresh Prince.
Right.
A little bit of the jokes.
Nah, I seen a video he made. I was like, it just reminded me. I was like, dang, kind of like Nick.
Yeah. One day I was watching a couple of his videos. Well, he was posting on YouTube a lot, more frequently a while ago. I was noticing how he talks. He does this thing where he's going through his words to emphasize what he's speaking on, and
that's why I said you remind me of him, because it's like I'm on set right now with Will Smith,
right? And I was over there being funny, and I realized, oh, that actually works. I'm actually getting through this conversation because I'm not trying to fumble my words. You know, it's like if you take a halfback in football, you give him the ball before he starts running, he's going to fumble it, you know?
Right.
Well, I gotta watch it more to capture it, but I was doing it well at one point.
No,
but
that was good. That was good.
But it definitely will. It definitely works. I don't know where you got that from. Maybe that's just you, but I can see why he does that.
Yeah,
it's just funny to notice it. But yeah. So that was episode 11. Suns, like you said, are gonna win. By the time we do another episode, final should be over.
You think?
Should be.
Because they play Sunday, and then they play Tuesday again?
Should be Tuesday,
and then it'll be
Why would it be 2 days?
I don't know.
No, because they played Tuesday and they played Thursday, so they're not playing tonight.
They play tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
Why are they not playing tonight?
Let me double check that.
Devin Booker, Suns versus Bucks. Oh yeah, tomorrow at 8, and then Wednesday. Wow, that's a big jump.
It is Sunday, right?
Yeah, so Sunday they'll be playing, and then on Wednesday they'll be playing. Really? As if it's just game 4, then I think maybe they'll play again. When? Friday? Saturday?
That's what I'm saying. It's the day, and I think.
Do they do potential stuff? No, they don't do potential.
Is it because it's back on the East Coast?
Yeah, maybe.
Always wondered that. Like,
it is weird. Yeah, I guess
they're giving them an extra day, kind of.
They still don't show me. Oh, okay. So, if it's game 4, game 4 will be on Wednesday. If it's game 5, it'll be Saturday.
Oh, really?
And then game 6 will be Tuesday.
So next Saturday we'll be talking about Chris Paul first championship.
Yeah. Or if they close it out tonight, which will be the Saturday, we'll say if they close out tonight, we'll be talking about Chris Paul being champion. So we'll see, y'all. Shout out to Chris Paul. Hit us up so we can do an episode, and I could just ask you questions, and you can give me a signed jersey, and then give me some CP3s. I think I like I forgot which one they were, but they wasn't that bad. One of the CP3s that he had. They were pretty comfortable when I was working at the shoe store. It was pretty comfortable. They're low tops, though, so I have a hard time hooping in low tops. Because every time, ankle just buckles. So I need one of those braces.
Really? Yeah. You do.
But I don't. That means I got to go up a shoe size, which means I have to be sliding them. Whatever. We're not talking about personal things in that way. But hey, all in all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the podcast. And if you did, give us a 5-star rating. Leave us a like on this video. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, give me freaking credit for these doggone scenes. Oh, gosh. Not this one. I didn't mean to pick this one. These scenes. Just saying. I'm your host, Nico. This is Coach Keas.
A.K.A. Combo God.
A.K.A. Combo God. And we will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Deuces. We out.